This is Stories, Wisdom, and Recipes. My name is Lawrence Pugliese. I hope you had a nice Thanksgiving. We're back now getting ready for the rest of the holidays coming up in December. And I have a pretty good show, I think, in store for you today. I have a host of guests. I have The Thumb. I also have Ranto 50. Yes, that's right. I know there are a lot of Ranto 50 fans out there. Ranto 50 is on the program today, as well as Conor McGuigan. And the incomparable, he's back, Senor Sam Stavala, to talk to you about beef stew. So please stay tuned. Before we get into all the good stuff, I'm going to share a poem with you called Authenticity by Timothy Lew. Caught up in a rhythm of speakeasy love, societal strictness as the grounds for drink, so found themselves exorcised of doubts, orthodoxy sabotaging the selfless selves, frolicking hard till the curtain came down. Came in alone, went out a stranger music. Sounds more dog than dog would ever be, as praise embarrassed his gleaming horn. Passer-by rubbing fingers on his cheeks, to see indeed if the color would come off. Authenticity here on Stories, Wisdom, and Recipes by Timothy Lew. And now for some genuine authenticity. We have Conor McGuigan sharing with you a lobster's apology. And I'm going to ask our friend Ranto 50, would you please get Conor? He's out, and I don't know what he's doing out there.
Oh, yes, I saw him out back selling liquor to kids.
Oh, my God, no.
I'm kidding. He's very law-abiding. Always, yes, I'll go get him.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, just put this right here. God damn it.
Oh. Yes. Live TV.
Yeah, sorry. No,
Conor McGuigan, ladies and gentlemen. Conor McGuigan. Thank you very much. Conor McGuigan.
Is close. Yes. No, thank you. Yes, today we are. You see, I have a friend here. Thank you very much. Also, thank you, Larry, for bringing me on. I have a friend here, Lobster, and his good friend is a very good friend, Crazy Joe. Crazy Joe and Lobster. Say hi, guys. Yeah. Maybe some of you stopped by the Test Pattern Gallery this past summer. Well, they pulled semantics there, and they want to apologize for you, don't you? You want to tell them what you did? Come on. That's right. For those of you out there, it was quite a spectacle, and a lot of chaos ensued because of these two. They took things out of control, but they're going to apologize for it now. They're going to sing a song, right? That's right. And they brought some of their friends here, have them down there. They're going to sing backup, but it's going to be a nice song. Is it going to be nice for Larry's show? Story is Senor Stavala, is he going to be appalled? Okay. Let's see how they do. Let me just set up their music over here.
my God. Are you all right, Connor? Connor, are you all right?
To the city of Scranton, I'd like to apologize for what you just saw. Lobster! Larry, I'm sorry. I need a moment to breathe. I'm going to go out and scold Lobster. I'll get Rant. He'll come right back in.
Connor McGuigan, ladies and gentlemen. Please send your donations to get him some help here. Stories Wednesday. Hey, Ranto 50.
Oh, my God!
Well, we have a painting up there now. Take a look at this painting. It's called, I'm speechless. I'm speechless. It's called The Stoning, a collage on wood panel, and I think that might be an apropos title. This is by Perry Fletcher Thompson. Hopefully you enjoy it. The Stoning.
Yes.
And whenever you're ready, Phil. Phil. All right, we're back at the table here. Welcome.
We certainly are.
What's up with your buddy Connor?
Oh, he knows how to have a good time, I tell you that.
I think he was totally taken advantage of by quite a few puppets.
You know, that's the nature of them. I myself don't dabble, but he's shared with me, and yeah, they're quite randy.
Well, we're going to get into puppets a little while.
Yes,
a little
certainly,
while.
certainly.
What were you doing, push-ups out there?
You know, I like to warm up, a little calisthenics, a little leg stretch, Iroquois, those things, you know. It's good. It's good for the body.
I can't really see your eyes, so I'm not sure.
It's the mystery.
The
of
mystery.
The resident
The mystery.
animatronic neo-transportational Omni-Man 50, yes.
Would you say that again, Ranto?
That is the resident animatronic neo-transportational Omni-Man 50. It's very simple.
Ranto 50.
Ranto 50.
Well, you were on the
layman.
show a while back, and
Certainly was.
people really enjoyed that performance. I remember I was walking down Columbia Street in Greenridge to pick up my children from school,
Yes.
and there were a couple of folks, a mother and a son, sitting on the front porch, and they started yelling to me, "Hey, Ranto 50!"
Yes,
They
yes.
were chanting. They were really into
That's
it.
nice of them. Yes, well, you know, the services I provide for the city, I get a positive feedback, especially Columbia Street, Note well, Greenwich, good area, good area.
A lot of people call when they're stuck there, and you come and rescue them.
Absolutely, you know, if you're on Woodlawn and that hill, whoo, I tell you, that's a beast in the winter. You call Ranto 50 on my back, wind, sleet, snow,
You get them wherever they need to go.
wherever they need to go. That's good.
Thank you.
That's good.
All right. Well, I want to give people a little background information on you, Mr. 50. Mr. 50? Or Ranto?
That's new, yes. I was going to say Senior 50, but we have another Senior here, don't we?
Senor.
Ranto will do.
Okay, Ranto. Give people some idea of what your childhood was like. Where were you born and raised?
I was raised in a comb bank. You see, I was built out of old breaker parts with the mayor and the city council and several movers and shakers in the city. The buses, the cabs, you couldn't rely on them. So they took the old breaker, they took some coal, a little bit of pixie dust, huh?
Who was the mayor at that time?
That was Mayor Doherty. This was just a couple of years ago. I'm fairly recent, but I've gotten around and I know this city like nobody's business.
So you were born and raised in a cullen dump.
Yes.
So you're only 3 or 4 years old.
In essence, yes, but my experience is centuries.
Centuries. You're an old.
Old in mind, young in circuits and flesh.
Okay, so you are a mix between human and robot.
I am what you would call a cyborg,
A
yes.
cyborg.
Yes, yes.
Well, so I was going to ask you what was childhood like, but I guess you're in the middle of your childhood right
It's
now.
great.
Yes.
Let me tell you, growing up in Scranton has never been better. I feel rejuvenated. I could not exist in any other city like Scranton. Really, the seasons, the way they turn, we get each full season in the hills and the grass and the trees and the people. It's all a lovely beef stew, if I will.
That
of culture.
that's very nice because
Yes.
Senor Stavala is going to be sharing with us a recipe for beef stew in a little
Yes.
while. So thank you. That's a nice little,
little
connection.
brings
It's
it back in,
all
yes.
connected here on stories, wisdom, and recipes. So the recent paving of many streets in
Yes.
the Scranton area, did that kind of take the need for you off?
No.
Off your shoulders?
The potholes, of course, always do damage to cars and people can't get places, but it just makes it easier on my titanium tracked feet. The potholes, of course, I'd be running at top speed and hit one, and and I'd drop little Timmy or Susie, but they're okay. No, the paving of streets, it does not
hurt me at all because late at night, you know, the buses is still a problem. You can't get a bus late at night, so you call Rental 50.
And is there a fee for this service, or are you
I'm
a
happy to do
superhero?
it. That's the great thing about Cyborg. You know, I could stand in the rain. It doesn't bother me. I am nigh vulnerable.
Nigh vulnerable.
Yes.
Wow, is that Latin or something?
No, it's from The Tick.
Oh, okay, the tick.
The cartoon and comic, yes.
I'm so unhip.
You're not unhip. No, trust me. I'm a bit nerdy.
Oh, okay. Mr. 50, I mean Ranto.
Whatever.
So the childhood is going well.
Yes.
Your services are in need. Where do you live? Do you still live in the Cullum dump, or have
I
you
live below the courthouse.
below the courthouse?
That's why my good friend Connor was on the cover of the Electric City there with some good people there protesting the annex.
Oh,
you
the
see.
proposed design
Yes.
a while back.
And I was supposed to be in that picture. I couldn't make it, but I was wholeheartedly against that for a number of reasons. One, because it would hit my home. There is a secret entrance on the courthouse square. You might notice a very odd orange and beige shaped 70s sculpture
Yes.
on the Spruce Street. So, yes, well, nobody could figure it out, so I have no problem telling you this. But that is the secret entrance to Chez Ranto 50.
Chez Ranto.
Maison Ranto 50.
So you're French? Do you have a couple French
No,
components?
I'm not.
No, just trying to be cool. All right. I wanted to ask you, do you live alone
Yes,
under the courthouse? Or
but Ranto 50 knows how to party.
yeah.
He certainly does.
Well, one of the reasons you told me you wanted to be on the show, and I hope you don't get upset with me for sharing this with the public, is because you're trying to let some of the people out there who you might develop a relationship with know that you exist and maybe impress them a bit.
Yes.
Do you want to make a plea, or I shouldn't say a plea,
No please here.
a call for someone to reach out to you?
No, I
for
just,
companionship?
let me just say that the type of mate I'm looking for, somebody who likes to travel, obviously, right? I like a good Sagittarius. Let's see, somebody who really enjoys the natural beauty of an area, who can look into an old facade and see the history. Somebody who's a good history lover and a good dancer. Need a good dancer. These titanium feet can shake a leg, huh?
Well, is it a man or a woman, or is it a robot that you're looking for?
A cyborg would be preferable. These titanium parts would be too much for your
Human.
for your human flesh. Be torn asunder.
So I can't say that you're a heterosexual or
A cyborg transcends all sex.
so you're not asexual, you're omnisexual.
There's no sex. It's
No sex.
not a sexual.
Oh, so it's companionship.
You just trust me. If you saw it, you'd understand. But we'll save that for another show.
Yeah, the X-rated version.
Live cyborg companionship.
Ranto 50 has gone wild. I want to ask you about your. Oh, did he just show
No.
Melissa's blushing? Please do not do that again. All right.
I
Control
apologize.
yourself. Now, your idols. Do you have any idols, Ranto?
Oh, certainly idols. Ooh, let's see. I tell you what. Obviously, I'm a man who likes to travel, so Lewis and Clark.
Lewis and Clark.
Now that was, and Sacagawea as well, who really kept them together. They'd be lost without her. Also, let's see, Eldridge, is that his name? Guy, the journals, there's a book. Can't think of his name, so I won't say him. Let's see, who else traveled there? John Glenn.
John Glenn.
We'll say John Glenn, because he was in a shuttle, which is like a robot. Lots of robotic parts, so.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, that's not running gas. That's not running a wheel, is it? No, that's
No.
high tech. Beyond me.
High-tech stuff. High-tech stuff.
I'm just made out of a breaker.
A coal breaker.
Coal breaker, that's me.
And do you feel connected to the history of this area because you're made of some of the remnants?
Absolutely. You know, some people say, the coal's in my blood, which it is, but it's actually, literally, in my blood. It is anthracite driven. Yes, I feel a deep connection to this area. All the immigration through the years, and of course the new immigration. The Hispanic population is blooming, as it is all the United States. It's just a great sign of change and ever constant. You can't fight it.
You know, recently I was just at Garcia's Market.
Oh,
in
yes,
Southside.
yes.
Have you ever traveled there?
Yes, I have.
Do you find
Down in Pittston, yes.
you bring up a question? Is there one segment of society, whether it be based on race or gender or socioeconomics, that calls for your services more than another? or is it pretty much right across the board the same?
It's pretty much right across the board. Now, of course, the poorer segments, they don't have cars and are more dependent on transportation. So, but aside from that, I'd say everybody's in a bind, and some people just like to have fun. They're like, you know, I have a car, but by gum, I want to get to Orem Street and Rancho 50, where are you? Get the Rancho signal.
Do you have a Ranto signal?
No, I don't.
No.
But we're working on it. So I'm going to see if I can apply for a grant. Maybe Regina Peters will give me a grant for the Rancho 50 signal.
Sort of like the Batman thing?
Yeah, something like that, like 100,000 watt bulb to shine over the city at night, and I'll crawl out of the ground beneath the courthouse and assist.
All right, Ranto.
Or not, I'm just, we're having a rap.
Yes, this is just off the cuff. I mean,
Yeah.
but it's serious stuff. I want people to understand the view of all citizens in our community, and you're a valued
Sure.
citizen, a newer.
Thank-
I don't know if you are the beginning of a trend that we might be.
I tell you,
soon
it'd
to witness.
be environmentally better anyway. You know, I don't produce any poisons in the air, anything like that. So I don't eat or drink anything. This, by the way, is just a lubricant. That's all I need. A little lubricant for the joints, and that's it. So.
And your idols you mentioned. Now the puppets. What's up with the puppets?
What's up with the puppets? I don't know. I don't, like I said, I don't dabble in the puppets. I don't have the time. I enjoy them. I enjoy all the arts, but puppets especially, since Connor's a good friend of mine, you might have to ask him.
Would you mind getting him?
If he's catching his breath out back, I'll see if he's done scolding lobster.
Yes, I think he should.
Give me 1 second.
Stories, wisdom, and recipes here. Ranto 50 at the table. Ranto's going to get his friend Connor McGuigan to talk about his fixation with puppets. So until then, I ask you to just look at me and be patient. Let's be patient together. Here we go.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
There, that wasn't too bad, was it? Connor McGuigan. Here we are. Connor.
Yes.
How's it going? How's it going, sir?
It's going well. It's going very well. But
What the hell was that before?
wholeheartedly, man, I apologize. I don't know what the hell was going on.
You know, Matt Bonowitz paints some gorgeous pictures here. You're slamming into them and stuff.
Are they hurt?
Matt probably passed out while watching the
No,
show.
I think it's all right. There's nothing damaged, is there?
No, it's okay.
No.
It's okay. Does it look okay from your end?
Looks
Melissa
okay.
says it's fine.
All right.
But the puppets.
Yes, they have a mind of their own sometimes, and Lobster is the troublemaker. I've kicked him out of the troop.
Now?
Just now. He's out back. Anybody, they're behind the library here. You can go get Lobster. I don't want him anymore. He's done.
It seems to me you were trying to give them an opportunity to make up for the
Past mistakes. In
Yeah,
the summer, they really caused a ruckus.
the big makeout.
The big makeout. They
The
had
show
a big
that you put on. When was it? June? July?
July, yes. And Lobster just caused some problems, but I gave him a chance. He blew it. But anyway, I do have lots of other puppets who are more than happy to take part. Like Freddie here. Freddie, of course, versatile. This is the Laurence Olivier of puppets.
The Laurence Olivier of puppets. Why do you call him the Laurence Olivier of puppets?
Look at him. He can play anything. He's got that Alec Guinness face. He's like an everyman, you know? He can. You don't even know it's Freddie anymore. You're like, oh, who's that homeless woman? Because he'll be like, oh, I'm a homeless woman. Or maybe he'll be like, a president. You think, oh, it's the president. No, it's Freddie.
Similar IQs perhaps. I'm not sure. I didn't mean to offend you, Freddie. I'm sorry.
He takes it to offense, yes.
So Freddie is the good puppet.
If Freddie is the king of puppets.
The
He's
king of puppets.
And Spank here is a player. Spank has a good time. Spanking Freddie.
Spank.
And I have many
Spank
others.
and Freddie, did you say, or spanking Freddie?
No, this is Spank. This is Freddie. Spank.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Conjunction Freddie.
Got you. Conjunction, junction. What's your function?
What's
Bob
your
Duro.
function?
Bob Duro.
Yes. Local.
But why the fixation? People might wonder. Connor McGuigan, bright man, great actor. Electric City. The people spoke through their polling system and called you the best actor in northeastern Pennsylvania.
Yes, that
Why
was
the
very flattering.
fixation?
Right. Why the fixation with
On
puppets?
puppets.
It's fun. Damn it! Why do you do what you do? I don't know. I just have a good time. This is a show on Channel 61. You're not making $3 million a year, but you do it, right?
Yes, I do it, but I don't simulate sexual activity with stuffed rags.
Well, to each his own.
I'm sorry, there's a difference, but I'm curious.
Yes.
I'm not criticizing you because I think.
Oh,
you're-
no,
I
no,
think
hey,
you're
I know
brilliant.
you, I
do.
know you.
I'm just curious. I think people are curious as well.
It's a really fun time. It's a little different.
It is.
A
And
little.
I know people have come out in droves to see your shows with puppets.
Yeah, it's a little. I mean, especially in Scranton, you know, you don't get this all over the place. So, yeah, to see a midnight show of a man and his puppets and some records, and it's a good time. And of course, 2 weekends from now, we have
I was going to ask you.
my good friend Ranto 50 in Ranto 50 Goes West, a Scrantonian Tale. Ranto 50 is going to regale us with his travels through the magic of song and dance with some assistants and some friends and records and a really good time. You don't want to miss that. That's December 9th, 10th, and 11th. 2 shows a night on Friday and Saturday and a matinee on Sunday. Call 510-7546 for information.
And it'll be in the credits as well.
And it'll be in the credits as well. But, it's going to be great. I've seen him rehearsing. He is, you know, he doesn't do puppets, but boy, can he belt out a song.
So there'll be no puppets in this show?
Oh, there'll be puppets in this show. I'm helping out with the
So
puppets.
Connor and
but-
Ranto together. Who wrote this piece? Connor or you? I don't even know what's
Ranto
going-
brought it to me, and, you know, we worked on it, you know, some all-nighters, but it's a beautiful piece.
I know later on in the show you're bringing another friend on.
Yes.
The Thumb?
Yeah, the Thumb, yes.
Where'd you meet the Thumb?
Oh, God, you know, he was just hanging around. You'd see him in the corner of the bog, and, you know, you'd head up to him, and quiet guy. But, boy, you know, he's one of those guys, once he gets on stage, you know, shy in person, get on stage. Where did that come from, you know?
Right.
Hell of a singer.
Johnny Carson was like that. supposedly.
Johnny Carson was like, I was just thinking that, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, very quiet at parties, but every night there he was, you know.
I heard an interesting, it has nothing to do with, but we love Johnny Carson so much. Anybody that's on television, watch Johnny at some point when they're younger. And I heard a story the other day. I don't know if you ever heard this story. Truman Capote was on Johnny's show.
Okay.
And Johnny said, so Truman, you've been a practicing homosexual for some time now. What's it like? And Truman said, well, you know, Johnny, I've been a homosexual for quite a long time. I really don't need to practice anymore. Ba-dum-bum, psh. That's a great line.
That's
isn't
good.
it?
That's why he was a good writer. He got that mind.
Oh, Truman was amazing.
Yeah.
But anyhow, do you find yourself to be anything like
A
Truman
practicing
Capote?
homosexual?
Yeah.
No. That's not for me. But
Are you like Ranto? Are you asexual?
No, I'm a regular heterosexual guy.
Yeah?
Nothing too exciting, but what was the original question?
No, nothing. You went off on a good tangent.
I'm sorry.
So these puppets and yourself and Ranto and the Thumb and many other characters have been at Test Pattern now for about a year.
Yeah, a little over a year and a half.
And rumor has it that that's going to end soon.
No longer a rumor. Test Pattern is closing at the end of December, yes. And it will be no longer. It's unfortunate, but I'm going on a big, long road trip for temporarily. So it'll start up again sometime. You just don't know where or when.
In Scranton, do you think?
Yeah, definitely in Scranton.
You're just going out to get some inspiration, some more material?
I'm working on a photo documentary. I'm going to take a picture of every Walmart supercenter in America and turn it into a photo show and book.
Wow.
But there's over 1,800, so it's probably going to take me 2 years, somewhere around there.
So you're going to take a photo of each?
Of every single Walmart supercenter. They're all going to look the same. And you know, everybody says, why don't you just take one and copy it 1,800 times? But that's not the fun. I want to do the interviews of people, why they like it, why they don't. I'm against it, so I'm a little biased, but you know.
You're against Walmart?
Yes.
Why is that?
Well, who isn't, right? Why is it? A number of environmentally, socially, economically, you know. You pick it. They're probably got their bad thumb in something.
The Thumb, once again.
Bringing it all together.
Everything is connected here on Stories, Wisdom, and Recipes. I wanted to have you and some of your friends on this show because I heard that rumor. You know, that Test Pattern was going to be closed.
But it's been a good run.
Oh, it's been a great run. And you're going to be back eventually.
Yes.
And this project sounds pretty fascinating to me.
Yeah, hopefully it will be. I've been wanting to do it for a while, so like I'm going to do it. I'm going to get all 1,800 plus, but it's growing it every day, so.
So yeah, there might be always another one.
There might be always another one.
You're just going to stick with the United States, or are you going to Canada?
Yes, I'm just doing the United States.
Anybody coming along?
My girlfriend Andrea is going to be with me part of the time, but she has to work, of course. You know, can't expect her to be as crazy. But she will be my partner for a good part of it, and she's going to help me write the book. But other than that, just solo.
And how about Ranto and the Thumb and the Puppets? Are they coming along for the ride?
They're going to go on a vacation. They get a little hiatus. They have been worked to the grind.
Yeah, this one lost an eye.
Yeah, that happened at the bog. Oh wait, no, that was somebody else.
Rudy?
Freddie lost his eye at the bog.
Well, Rudy or Brian or
No, it was Bridget McDonough.
Bridget McDonough. God almighty. Bridget.
Spank said something off the cuff.
Well, he probably deserved it then. We have a few more minutes, Mr. McGuigan, and I want to commend you for all the great work you've done. And
thank you.
And the fact that you've opened up what people feel is okay to call art.
Yeah.
And I think that's important.
Yeah, I've gotten a lot of positive feedback, and it's really just been, it makes me feel really good to know that people are appreciative of it, that people came out in droves to see it. So it really was just amazing to me. I never really expected, I was just going to have fun anyway, but the fact that people came to poetry readings, theater, music, and of course the art shows every month was really just, it was great. And my whole thing was I hope that people would see that it can be done fairly simply, fairly easy, and they would go and start their own, whatever it is, art gallery or just art space or whatever it is, and help the city grow in that respect.
Yeah, it's important for a city to feel free and open, and for people to sense that about a city as well from the outside. Then they'll come in and give us their own uniqueness. So thank you for helping in your own special way.
For having me on and supporting.
Oh, my pleasure. Now, a couple of more, and then we're going to get to another performance by Connor, and then later the Thumb. Now, this is something that maybe you want to answer, maybe Ranto wants to answer. I'm not sure, but you're here, so why not you? Take this any way you like. How would you change the world the way you see it right now?
How would I change the world I see it now?
That you see, the way you...
All right, since you said the world and not just the United States.
You take it wherever you want.
Well, I'm going to go world.
Okay.
I've said this on your show before. I am an environmentalist first and foremost, and I would start with the environment. And combustible engines, for me, would I do everything I can to get off the oil nipple. I would wean us off that somehow, if I could. Solar power would be the ultimate way to go, but of course, it's either far off or, hopefully I'd see it in my lifetime. But
it's possible.
It is possible, but, of course, we're not in charge, are we?
No, I don't feel in charge at all. No. But you have to empower yourself, though.
Exactly.
We're citizens. We're citizens. Citizens, it takes work.
Think globally, act locally.
Well, I was just reading, and I don't mean to sound like intellectual. I just had the book happen to be laying around one morning when I couldn't sleep, and it was an old book that I had read a while back, The Social Contract by Rousseau.
Okay, yeah.
And there's a difference that he depicts between being a subject and a citizen. When you're a subject, you sit back and you are just ruled over.
Yeah, yeah.
And when you're a citizen, you're an active member of society.
Right.
You make decisions, you analyze, you argue, you ask questions, you try to get to a great
I agree,
conclusion.
and I think that's the tough part really, is getting people to realize, I think for centuries now, people have been so used to just kind of taking it and not say anything about it. But, well, yeah, it's what mankind is, Hopefully people would realize that you can do things for yourself and, not have to be, attached to somebody who tells you what to do all the time.
No, we're not subjects, we're citizens.
No, at least not wholly, anyway.
Well, not wholly.
Right.
We can go off on that. You want to go off on that?
I don't think there's enough time to go off on that.
Okay. And right now, the thing that I know a lot of people are thinking about are the holidays, right? And the war in Iraq. And,
right.
And terrorism and all kinds of things. Any particular comments or thoughts about those topics?
About the holidays, the war, terrorism.
Yeah.
Christmas in Kabul.
So be it.
Ramadan in Avoca. God, where do you begin? No, it's really hard to watch the television these days. I mean, I don't have a television, and but I see it at other people's houses, and it's impossible. It's infuriating, and it's almost to the point now where you just laugh. It's like you're in a bad dream, and it's like, oh my God.
Yeah.
you listen to, I mean, it's just talking heads, and I mean, the news in this country is a joke, you know.
The way it's presented,
The way
and
it's
the topics they
presented,
choose
and
to
just, you
focus on.
know, you really, I mean, yeah, you really can't even comment. I mean, it's so bad now. It's just like, you know, you can't just complain about one thing. It's like an entire system. You know, where do you start?
And that's why
But you try to have a happy Christmas or Hanukkah or Kwanzaa or Ramadan, whatever you got anyway.
yeah, you have to.
You have to, or else you just become a miserable wretch.
And what good is that going to
And
do?
what good is that going to do you?
And that's why it's
That's why
important.
you play with your puppets.
That's why you play with your puppets, right? But you don't lose sight of the important issues.
No,
As
not at
I think, I think it's obvious you haven't. You know, these things
Try
give
not
you
to.
solace,
Right.
allow you to. It's like therapy in a way.
Almost. My mom said that. She said, you know, after she saw the big makeout, she said, you'd probably locked up if you didn't do this.
Right, right.
Yeah, so that's, yeah, you have to have fun, but it's a scary times we live in.
Yeah,
But it always is.
it always has been. I think. Yeah.
It never will stop being. Just, yeah, I'm not going to get on it.
I'm depressing our guest.
Yes, I don't want to.
Conor McGuigan, I've depressed him. It's official. All right, I can depress anybody. Stories, wisdom, and recipes. Here's my name is Lawrence Pugliese, and Conor is going to perform something for us
Jesus,
now.
right.
See, he's so depressed, he even forgot where the hell we're at.
Where do I go?
Thank you, Conor. Thank you so much. You're a good man.
Thanks a
You're
lot.
a great artist. You're a great citizen. Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
I look forward to seeing the shows. And you're gonna come back to the table, right?
Yeah,
Or
either
Ranto.
Ranto.
Ranto's
We'll
out
flip
there.
a coin for it
Okay.
and see who comes back.
Okay. Either
All
way.
right.
See ya. Ladies and gentlemen, in a moment you'll be witnessing Colloquial Beauty, written and performed by Conor McGuigan. And right after that, we're going to have Senor Sam Stavala sharing with you his recipe for beef stew. So please stay tuned. It's nice to have you with us. Matt Bonowitz did all the artwork here, I want to mention again.
And I'm sorry to Matt Bonowitz
For trashing it, physically trashing it.
what you're talking about. Oh, puppets everywhere.
Just kick him out of the way.
Yeah, it's a great thing. They don't have spines. Yes, you will notice that is this good? Is this all right where I am here?
Yeah.
All right. You will notice, viewers in Scranton, that I have put on serious clothes. The conversation over there got kind of serious, so I'm going to make this conversation a little serious. I love Scranton. I love the area. I find that there's natural beauty everywhere in this area, and I think if you just perk up your ears and listen a bit, you will find it. I'm just going to get right into it. You will see. Which camera am I on here? Both? Doesn't make a difference. Okay. Well, this is a little piece I wrote just while we were sitting there. I wrote this. It's a poetry joke. No, this is about the beauty that I hear, that I pick up on, and I incorporated it into the spoken word piece. So let me just get my background music here. And, yes. Okay. Oh, and of course my record player broke. There we are. Yes. I'm a lucky girl. Hooray, oh boy. Look at my diamond. It came from Van Scoy. My boyfriend bought it, saved lots of money too. Van Scoy's the Diamond King. Yes, he's the man for you. You know, I was talking to my buddy Joe the other day at EFO Furniture Gallery Outlet. You know what he told me? He said to call a man like Shorten. You go to Januzzi's. You go to Januzzi's. You go to Januzzi's. It's the greatest tasting pizza in the land. And let me tell you, you know, we love shopping around the globe. We love shopping around the globe. And we never leave Scranton. No, we don't. It's Santa. No, no, no. It's Elliot Katuna. Ho, ho, ho. I said you'll have a Jim Dandy time. That's the truth. Because for lunchtime, dinner time, always a great time, you come to the grotto. Quince. Quince. Quince, Army, Navy. Keefers, Keefers. Keefers, Army, Navy. Steve Bronco Diamonds. The Malt Steamtown. That's the place where families shop. Mommy. Mommy. When I grow up, can I have a Janetti wedding? Damn right you can. On. Claimed. Freight. Unclaimed freight. Freight. Get the paper. That's on Mundy Street. Mundy Street. And just like everything we do here at Shifts, there's pride in everything we do. Holiday with Travel World. Kingston Corners near Burger King. Kingston Corners near Burger King. Kingston Corners near Burger King. Thank you.
I think that was brilliant. Colloquial beauty, written and performed by Conor McGuigan here on Stories, Wisdom, and Recipes. That puts it right into perspective, doesn't it? Happy holidays. What'd you think of all that?
I thought it was great.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
And that was Conor McGuigan once again. He'll be back, I think, or maybe Ranto 50. I'm not sure. Oh, it looks like Ranto's here. Ranto. And we have Sam Stavala. It's been a long time, senor.
How are you, lad?
How are you?
Good.
Yeah,
Very
you
good.
missed the Halloween show because you wanted to spend some time with your granddaughter.
Yeah, I'm sorry about
No, I
that.
understand.
Priorities.
Priorities, family first.
That was a good show.
Yeah, it was a good show. I did watch it, and it was a very good show, yeah.
Thank you. And today we have beef stew. Anything you want to mention before we get into the beef stew recipe?
Well, not really. It's certainly the season for it, and it's the kind of a meal you like to get together with some friends and have a little glass of wine and and a little beef stew and good conversation, and it's a good meal. By the way, the last time we talked on the phone, you were making raviolis. How did they come out?
They came out beautifully.
That's
Chef
Yeah.
Boyardee?
No, not
Oh.
Chef Boyardee, Ranto.
I'm joking.
A little more credit. A little bit.
yeah, he's quite a cook himself.
Nothing compared
Oh,
to
I
you.
don't know.
No.
No, Senor's the man.
He is.
Yeah.
I've taken him all around Dunmore sometimes.
Oh, does he call you?
Sure, if he wants to
call
get
Ranto?
down, all the,
Absolutely.
to the top of Blakely Street, that's quite a climb. You call Ranto 50.
When I have to get someplace in a hurry, that's the only way to go.
Ranto 50.
Ranto 50.
When I want a good meal, I'm over his house.
That's it, see?
Oh, it's the barter system you
It
guys.
is.
Yeah.
Oh,
I got you.
Okay. Let's start the beef stew here with about 2 pounds of lean beef. And you can use flank, round, chuck. You trim it well and cut it into a medium-sized dice. 5 to 6 potatoes, 3 carrots, 1 celery rib with the leaves.
With the why?
Yeah.
Why with the leaves?
Well, that's important. The leaves, there's a lot of flavor in the leaves. 3 bay leaves, some olive oil and butter, about a tablespoon each, because you're going to saute your meat and onions in the olive oil and butter. A teaspoon of dried rosemary, some black pepper, salt and pepper to taste, 2 tablespoons of flour, 3 garlic cloves minced, about a 1/4 cup of parsley, 1½ cups of dry wine, 1 green pepper diced, 15-ounce can of beef broth, and 4 to 6 canned plum tomatoes.
Canned plum tomatoes.
There's a lot of ingredients.
You like what?
That is hearty.
Yeah, it is a hearty dish. It is.
Is that for Manos you like, or who do you like? Whose tomatoes?
I like, Cora makes a black label. They're right from San Maranzano. It's a nice sweet tomato. That's the one I like.
Okay, that's good to know.
I bet your spoon could stand up in this soup.
It will stand up.
That's the test.
Yeah, it is. It's like I said, it's a great dish to
That's
get
great.
together with some friends, a glass of wine, and
2 glasses of wine.
good conversation.
5 glasses of
You
wine.
can't beat it. Okay, we said we're going to trim the meat, cut them into cubes, and you want to brown it well. Brown the
Okay.
cubes well. Do it in batches because you don't want to crowd them in the pot. When that's done, remove them, set them aside, and add your diced onion to your pot and salt the onions slightly. Add your bay leaf, 3 bay leaves, and fry those onions or saute those onions slowly. And you want to saute them a good 10 minutes. You're starting to build your flavors here. At that point, return the meat cubes to the pot. Add the rosemary, a little pepper, some garlic, parsley. Mix well, and cook all your ingredients there for a good 4 to 5 minutes. Add the flour, and this is an important part. Once you add your flour, you want to cook that for another 5 minutes to get that floury taste out of it. See? And then once you have that cooked, add your wine. Now the thing with the wine, then you're going to cover it and cook very slowly because the acid of the wine is going to break down the meat, and it's going to make your meat very tender. So you don't rush this.
It's a science.
Yeah.
Oh, it's an art.
It's
an art.
It is a science, really. It is. But that's an important part. You
The acidity.
Just, yeah. You let the acidity of the wine do its part. It breaks down the protein in the meat, and it'll make your beef cubes nice and tender. So after you got that simmered for a good 12 to 15 minutes, add your cut up carrots, your cut up bell pepper, green bell pepper, your potatoes, your celery. Cook that for about 30 more minutes, and add your broth, the tomatoes, and then cook uncovered for another hour. Cook. When I say cook, it's a slow simmer. And at that point, taste, adjust the seasoning, and serve with a nice bottle of red wine, a dry red wine, and
Chianti.
a Chianti would be okay.
It's Rancho's fave.
Is it?
Yes.
Yeah.
I can see him with a bottle of can.
Yeah. And a good crusty bread, you're in business.
Sounds wonderful.
Yeah, it is.
Now, anything come to mind when you think about this meal in terms of history, family history? Did this come from a particular ancestor, or did it?
Well, my mother used to make this, and I don't think I've altered the recipe that much. There have been a few, you know how you like to experiment a little bit, but this basically is the same recipe I've used with this dish for, geez, a good number of years. A lot of times, that's the fun about cooking. You know, you can adjust things, and you could add a little more of this or a little more of that, or you're ready to prepare your meal and you find you're out of a certain ingredient. Well, you substitute something else.
Right.
And that kind of makes it interesting.
So it is a science, yet it is an art too. When you have to substitute, you got to
Yeah.
get creative.
Yeah,
Tell
you
you,
got to be
adjusting a recipe for me is adding more milk to my cereal.
Yeah, well, that's an adjustment.
That's an adjustment.
Sure,
Mom's favorite cereal recipe.
sure.
I don't know.
But your raviolis came out okay.
The raviolis came out
That's
excellent.
good.
I never thought I'd have Ranto 50 and Senor Sam Stavala sitting together at the table. This is wonderful.
You know,
It's like when Franklin met Voltaire.
Yes. Indeed.
I remember now when we talked, you were making the raviolis. I was making
You were working on
bolognese
yes,
sauce
that's right.
with homemade pasta.
That's right.
Yeah, that turned out good. That was very good. Yeah. Once I read someplace where the bolognese, they don't use a lot of herbs and spices, and they use very little. They feel that it masks.
Yes.
You know,
It's over-
it would
I understand,
mask
yes.
the dish.
You definitely understand masks.
Yes. Yes. Ranto, look out.
The Bolognese, that's northeastern
Some
Italy.
yeah.
Northeastern.
Bologna?
Yeah. Bologna.
Yeah.
I've been to Bologna.
Have you?
I certainly have,
Yeah.
yes. Lovely city.
Yeah. It's interesting, the different
Recipes from the different...
customs and how they prepare different meals and different ingredients that one region will favor over another. But yeah, my bolognese sauce turned out okay. I made some fresh pasta, and which I don't make too often.
With the machine?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
that's heavy duty.
Now,
Yeah,
the
it's fun. It's really, it's not much work once you get into it.
Are you planning the cannoli run, the Christmas cannoli run?
We're starting to give that some thought. We may have to cut back a little bit this year because, well, my wife is a little under the weather, and we're putting the years on. You know,
Oh, you're a young man.
I don't know. This Thanksgiving was kind of rough on us.
Well, for people who don't know, the cannoli run is when you and your wife make cannolis from scratch and you just
Yeah.
run around the city, basically, ring people's doorbells and say, Merry Christmas, here's some cannoli, or Happy Holiday, here's some cannoli.
Yeah.
Are you going to use
That's
Rantos?
great. I tell you,
Yeah.
that sounds like something
Yeah, Ranto. Does Ranto like cannolis?
Maybe-
Ranto likes many cannolis.
Okay.
Can you help? Maybe Ranto can help you distribute.
Distribute, yeah, especially those hills that I have to, you know.
Right, yeah.
Well, you guys talk about that
Yeah.
afterwards. The cannoli run. Maybe you're on the list.
We'll have to get together.
I'm on the list, right?
Oh, sure, you're on the list, Lorraine.
And we have our Christmas show in a couple of weeks with Ralph Zipoli.
Oh, that's going to be fun, yeah.
He's in charge of elf management for Santa Claus. He's been on for the last 2
yes.
years. He'll be on again. He's got a lot of issues to talk about. I was talking to him the other day,
Ralph.
and he's got some things to say, some things to share, some drawings as well.
Yeah.
And we'll have some holiday music. And Senor Stavala, I hope
I'm
will
going
be
to
on the-
try to, I'm going to try very hard to make that. But as again, now we're getting into the cannoli season and we'll be busy, and but I'm going to try very hard to be here with you.
Please do, sir. This is Stories, Wisdom, and Recipes, and we're just about running out of time. I hope you've enjoyed the show. We've had Connor McGuigan, Ranto 50, Senor Sam Stavala. We have Melissa and Phil behind the scenes doing all the work for us today.
Yeah, good job.
Excellent job. I'd like to mention to you that, again, Connor McGuigan's last set of performances are going to be coming up December. What was it, Ranto?
Well, yes, the Ranto 50 Goes West is the 9th, 10th, and 11th. However, the day this airs, I believe, is the last art show
The last art
at
show.
Test Pattern. That's the 2nd.
The 2nd of December.
Connor wanted me to make sure that starts at 7:30, and
Stop by.
all throughout the month, though, there's things, so
So
your
December
eyes
is the
peeled.
last month of Test Pattern. Go and check
Yes.
it out if you haven't already.
jam-packed.
Pack the place. Until the December 14th show, the holiday show, make sure you have a nice time with your family. Don't get too caught up, I would suggest. I don't want to preach to you with the consumeristic aspect of Christmas. If you're celebrating Ramadan, I'm not sure where Ramadan falls this year.
No,
so
that's in
it
November,
happened.
yes.
Yeah, well, it changes every year. It moves because they follow the moon.
Yes, they do follow.
I think Hanukkah is starting
The
about the
day
same
after,
time.
Hanukkah and Kwanzaa on the same day.
Exactly.
Kwanzaa.
So enjoy whatever holiday it is, or if
They're all
you're
close to each other,
agnostic, atheist, you're a humanist, whatever.
Hug your grandmother.
Right. Have a
That's
great,
right.
great season, and remember your stories, wisdom, and recipes. It's a pleasure to have you. And we're going to go now to our good friend Conor McGuigan, once again showing for us probably for the last time, at least for a couple of years, until he comes back from his trip out seeking Walmart.
Yes.
So enjoy this one. It's called Why Can't We Live Together?
Yes, I'll go
Oh,
get him.
actually, it's the thumb.
It's
I'm
the
sorry.
thumb. He's been waiting patiently. He's got a crossword back there.
So,
I can't see.
the thumb?
I will go get him.
The
Yes,
thumb.
yes.
Thanks again for watching.
All right. Put that there, and now we run over here. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Rance. I'm going to set this up for the thumb. Where is it? Okay.
Does that say Super Dad?
No, it says super bad.
Super bad.
Yes. Okay.
Here comes the thumb. And scene.
That's a thumb, baby.
Beautiful. That was a nice.